So it's a new year and you want to lose weight, and you've heard a lot about the ketogenic diet, how you can eat all the fat you want to lose weight. Well, here are 5 things you should know before starting a keto diet. Hello and welcome back to our channel. I'm Serene, a certified health coach, and I'm half of LifeFit. Chris is the other half, certified personal trainer through NASM. And we are here to always help guide, motivate, and inspire you to live your healthiest, fittest life. Today, we're going to talk about 5 tips on how to start the ketogenic diet, or just 5 things you should know before starting keto. First of all, before we get started, what is keto? A keto diet in the basic terms means low carb, no sugar, high fat diet. Your body can run on carbohydrates, which is a typical standard American diet, or your body can run on fat, which is a ketogenic diet. On a ketogenic diet, your body is running on fat because you are eliminating the amount of carbohydrates you fuel the body. It switches over to running on fat. So you would then get most of your calories from fat, healthy fats, then about 20% of your calories from proteins, and 10% or less from carbohydrates. Now, the carbohydrates in a ketogenic diet usually come from high fiber fruits and vegetables. Just because your body runs on fat and you're encouraged to eat healthy fats does not mean it's a freaking free-for-all. In order to transition your body to properly run on fat, you have to worry about your macros. And remember, if your goal is weight loss, it doesn't matter the type of diet you're on, you have to consume less calories than you burn. Weight loss only happens when you're at a calorie deficit. For example, based on my height, my age, my gender, and my lifestyle and fitness activities, I would consume 2,300 calories a day to maintain my current size. If I want to lose weight or change my lean body mass, I have to eat less calories and adjust my macros along with that. With any diet, especially a ketogenic diet, you want to make sure you're following your macros. And a very generic ketogenic diet plan, your macros would be 70% fat, 20% protein, and 10% carbohydrates. This can be adjusted by a couple percent here and there depending on if you're trying to build more muscle, lose more fat, and so on. Total carbs versus net carbs. This is something that's incredibly important when you're on a ketogenic diet. For a ketogenic diet, your main focus is going to be your net carbs. How do you find your net carbs? You're going to take your total carbs and subtract the fiber and any sugar alcohols. Hey guys, Editing Serene here, and I wanted to hop on here to make sure you know that not all sugar alcohols are safe for a keto diet. Certain ones will spike your insulin and cause a glycemic index change. So the ones I personally use and recommend are monk fruit, erythritol, and stevia. Allulose is a newer one that has studies that say that it is the most similar to sugar in terms of using it in baking and foods, and also is safe for keeping your glycemic index even. So allulose is new on the market, but those are the ones that I recommend and use and that have been known to be safe for a ketogenic diet. When you first start keto, you'll mostly focus on your net carbs. Remember, net carbs is your total carbs minus your fiber and any sugar alcohols where applicable. That's how you find your net carbs. If you really want to be serious and focus on your body composition, or you've been in ketosis for maybe a couple weeks now and you want to take it to the next level, you also want to look at your total carbs. You don't ever want to go over 100 grams of total carbs. And when I'm really cutting or really wanting to change my body composition, I don't want to go over 50 grams of total carbs. For maintenance, I try not to go over 100 grams of total carbs. This can obviously be adjusted based on each individual person's body and tolerance, but in general, these are numbers that you want to keep in mind. Before you get started, you want to make sure that you're calculating your macros and your calories, especially for weight loss. You want to make sure you're at a calorie deficit. Now, you don't want to be at too much of a deficit because that's not good either. So if you are ever curious about how to calculate any of these things, things. There are plenty of keto calculators out there. You want to make sure it's coming from a reputable site. There's also certified nutritionists like Samantha Souza, who I work with a lot, and she can calculate your macros for, I believe it's $35, and she'll send you the macros that you would need to follow. I will have certified nutritionist Samantha linked in the description box. Eating healthy fats. Now, what is a healthy fat? It's going to be avocados, avocado oil, olive oil, grass-fed butter, ghee, fatty nuts like macadamia nuts, almonds are great as well. You want to focus on whole foods rich in fat. These healthy fats are going to be full of really amazing nutrients to fuel your body and make you run better. Also, fishes. I know seafood and fish is a very particular taste, but fatty fishes like salmon are so good for you. Sea bass, tuna, lots of different options out there. There's anchovies, and there's less fishy fishes that you can start off with. Also, with fish, make sure you're getting it from a reputable source. Make sure that it's being sustainably and ethically farmed if you're buying farm-raised fishes and seafood, and ethically and sustainably wildly caught when you're purchasing wild-caught fish. Know your sources and know where you're getting your food. That's always with any diet. Know where you're getting your food and know what you're putting in your body. Fat is also going to sustain you and satiate your hunger longer over a longer period of time. Fat is a slower burning fuel. So when you first start a keto diet, you might notice that you're not that hungry, because if you're eating the proper amounts of fat, protein, and carbohydrates, you won't have those hunger pains that you would have on a carbohydrate diet. Carbs burn off faster, even complex carbs. While the individual food might be higher in calories in certain situations, it's going to last you longer, keep you full longer. You won't have those spikes in insulin, which is going to avoid any of those mid-afternoon slumps, any headaches. So I love healthy fats, and I would continue to eat healthy fats even if I don't practice a low carb diet. No products are necessary. There are a ton of keto products out there on the market, and it's awesome, especially because I like chocolate and cookies, and those are the products I would purchase the most. But with any diet plan, you do not need to buy products. You should not need to have to buy products. And especially with keto products, because there's not a lot of regulations out there, especially in the US, they're adding a lot of filler fiber in our keto products to make the net carbs lower, when in reality, it's not that low. So they will add these weird fruit filler fibers that sound healthy, sound natural, but it wasn't part of the actual food that made the food, so you can't really technically subtract that. So just be careful. If you do the products, that's totally fine. They're fun, they're easy, they're convenient, but make sure that they are healthy in the actual sense for your diet. Products are there to make our lives easier, but I truly encourage you to learn how to cook and order out as much as possible. The act of cooking is very cathartic and very soothing when you're on this journey of health, and you will start to learn how to put foods together and what you enjoy and how to make things. Even when you're at restaurants, how can you be creative and create something from the menu that you can eat and stay on protocol? That is something that is a skill that you need to develop, because for this to be a lifestyle and for this to be sustainable and give you the results you want, you have to learn to be able to order out at restaurants and also make the food yourself. Of course, products are great, but they cannot be your end-all be-all on any lifestyle. Avoid dirty keto. I was a huge dirty keto person when I first started keto. And you can look back on the videos when Chris and I first tried keto and the types of food we were eating. It's very heavy in dairy, sugar, alcohols, and product replacements and things like that. And it wasn't sustainable. And while I saw weight loss, I didn't truly see body composition change. And I wanted to be stronger, leaner, and tighter and smaller. And that has to happen with proper macronutrients and proper fuel for my body. So I'm eating much better fats, I'm eating much healthier proteins, and I'm just overall a healthier person by eliminating the diet sodas, the sugar alcohols, and the dairy. A couple more bonus tips for your keto journey if you've decided to do this. Track everything for 4 weeks. It's going to take some time for your mind, your taste buds, your stomach to adjust to this new way of life. And the only way that you're knowing that you're doing this correctly is by tracking everything. I like MyFitnessPal. I'm not sponsored by them. It's something I personally pay for. Don't necessarily follow everything they're telling you because obviously it's not made for a ketogenic diet, but it will help you count your calories and know how much your macronutrients are. Drink plenty of water. It is always important to stay hydrated, and most of us are not, especially with all of the caffeine we tend to drink these days. I know I'm guilty of this, but make sure you're drinking enough water, especially on keto. And water is good for you. Drink more of it. Include the pink Himalayan sea salt into your diet. Switch out your conventional sea salts or salts with Himalayan pink salt because it has more minerals. If you're thinking about starting a keto diet, I really hope this video was able to shed some light and help you out. Remember, with any goal, always have a very clear and definitive why. If you enjoyed today's video but don't know that keto is necessarily the right diet for you, make sure you check out my last video over here talking about how to lose weight by finding a diet that's going to work for you. And make sure to come back next Wednesday for a video talking about 5 common mistakes women make when working out. And Chris will be back here on Sunday with a new workout video for you as well. Bye!